Well, look who finally decided to show up. Yes, it's me. I know, I've been away from YouTube for quite a few months, but don't worry, I wasn't kidnapped by my lesson plans. I'm back, refreshed, and ready to talk about something every EFL teacher struggles with: assessing large classes without losing your mind. Let's dive in. Fellow educators, I'm sure you agree with me that teaching large EFL classes is kind of like hosting a dinner party for 30 guests, except half of them didn't read the menu, a few actually refused to eat what's served, and at least 3 are secretly passing notes under the table. And yeah, you're also in charge of making sure everyone leaves fluent in English. No big deal, right? Now, what's one of the toughest parts of managing a class this size? True, assessment. I recently published a blog post on Oxford TEFL website about 10 effective ways to assess large classes. Today, I'm sharing the first 5 practical teacher-friendly strategies. The rest, you'll have to check out the blog for those. The links is in the description down below. You know what's so exhausting? Trying to personally assess every single student in a class of 30. It's like running a one-person reality show where you're the judge, the producer, and even the camera crew. So why not let students do some of the work themselves? Yes, peer and self-assessment is a true lifesaver. Students, in fact, become more reflective about their learning. It builds independence and responsibility because, let's be real, you can't hold everyone's hand forever. It saves you from grading every single micro interaction in class. Now, let's see how to make it work without chaos. First, provide a clear rubric, because good job and needs improvement aren't really helpful feedback. You can model how to give constructive feedback. Nobody wants a brutal peer review that feels like a performance review from a nightmare boss. Please start small. Use peer review for short tasks first before moving to bigger assignments. Think of it like a potluck dinner. Everyone brings something to the table, and suddenly it's not all on you to cook the entire meal. Plus, students actually listen to each other in ways they sometimes don't with us. Alright, let's talk about quizzes. Now, before you sigh and picture stacks of paper waiting to be graded, hear me out. We're not talking about
big, scary tests.
We're talking about quick, focused quizzes that keep students engaged and give you the information you need without the grading marathon. It's low effort but high impact. A 5-minute quiz can tell you so much about where your students are at. Now, how to make it quick and painless? First, mix it up. 1 week, a quick vocabulary test. The next, a listening check. You can use Google Forms, Kahoot, or quizzes, so the grading is actually done for you. Turn it into a mini review session. Go over common mistakes and highlight wins. Think of these quizzes like pit stops in a long road trip. They keep you from getting lost and make sure everyone is still on the right track. Plus, if you make them fun and interactive, students might even enjoy it. Ever had a student come up to you with that look? You know, the one that says, "Why did I lose marks?" And you suddenly have to explain your grading process like, a courtroom lawyer. Yeah, I've experienced that. That's where rubrics save the day. So why rubrics should be your new best friend? Number one, for total clarity. Students know exactly what's expected of them. No more, why did I lose points? You just point to the rubrics. It saves grading time. You're not pulling scores out of thin air. Now let's see how we can create rubrics that actually work. First, keep it simple. No need for a 3-page breakdown. Just clear, actionable criteria. Introduce it before the assignment, not as a surprise grading tool. Use rubrics for self and peer assessment too. Think of a rubric just like a GPS for learning. No one's asking, are we there yet? Because they can see exactly where they're going. And trust me, your grading life will be a whole lot easier. Let's be honest, when students sit in one spot too long, engagement starts dropping so fast. Faster than my motivation at a Monday morning staff meeting. How to fix this? Rotational stations. Now, rotational stations break up the routine. Students get up, move around, and engage. It can encourage teamwork. It's great for large classes where individual feedback is tough. Now, how to make it happen? First, set up 3 or 4 stations, each focusing on a different skill. For example, speaking, reading, or writing. Use a timer to keep things moving. Then, circulate. Give real-time feedback instead of standing at the front like a lecture robot. Finally, let's talk tech. I know. Sometimes technology is in the classroom, but it feels like creating more problems than solutions. But when you use it the right way, this is a game changer. How to get us started? We can start small. That is my suggestion. 1 tool at a time, like Kahoot or Google Forms, as we previously discussed. Please give students control. Let them track their own progress. You may use instant feedback tools so students learn on the spot. I've introduced a couple of very handy educational technology tools for assessment in the description down below. Make sure to check it out. Alright, we've covered 5 powerful ways to assess large EFL classes, but there are 5 more waiting for you on the Oxford TEFL blog. So, if you want the full list, please head to the link in the description. Also, I'd love to hear from you. What's one assessment trick that's worked well in your large classes or even the small ones? Drop it in the comments. Let's share ideas, and of course, don't forget to like and subscribe. See you in the next one.